Welcome to another episode of The American Dream, a show that's unscripted, that combats negative media, commercial-free. If you get anything out of today's show, it's about dreaming big. Let's start the show right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
So we talk about this show, The American Dream. A big piece of it is how it's a mindset, not a circumstance. I don't know if there's anyone who better illustrates it than a guy named Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is a guy who came from nothing. He's built a successful empire that sells books, products, coaching. Overall, just a very inspirational guy. So we're here in Miami and we're sitting in a bank. Now, what you don't know is the bank, actually all this commercial space, Grant just bought it. So we're gonna go meet Grant, we're gonna walk around, show his company culture, get to know his story a little bit better, and then we're gonna go visit his private jet. So this should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and let's check this out. Follow me.
So let me bring you back here, Craig.
Okay.
So this is our e-commerce right here. We'll do about maybe 40 this year.
Snap a few shots and everything.
And so, hey, Ryan Secco, how you doing? Amazing. He's a pilot and works in the real estate. He's moved from phones to pilot to we're going to raise $1 billion in cash for real estate deals. So we bought this building and we're blowing out all the way to that side. I need all the room in it. Yeah, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Hey, so this is the boiler room right here, okay? These guys are making phone calls all day long, cold calls, warm calls, and follow-up calls. Hey, guys, say hi to Craig, will you? That's how we roll, dog. That's how we roll.
Hey, let me get 2 claps to the Ric Flair.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm Kara Kay with The American Dream. I get to meet with Ryan Serhant of $1 Million Listing. It's an exclusive interview and it's one you won't want to miss. Are you ready to cheers to your book and all your success?
Sure.
Okay.
Are we drinking this?
Yeah, I mean,
Are we chugging
I know
it?
nothing about wine. I'm Kara Kay, and today I get to speak with Ryan Serhant. He is here in San Diego promoting his book. We are excited to read it. You do so well in real estate, and you know the power of media and TV. Thank you again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
With the wine in the wine room.
It couldn't be classier, in my opinion.
I know, this is very classy. I should have worn a tie.
So I know that you know the importance of TV and media. How important do you think that is in real estate today?
I think media is incredibly important in all businesses. I think any business that does anything for marketing in any way, shape, or form is now a media company. I mean, if you're a real estate brokerage like I am in New York City, we don't build the apartments, we don't build the buildings. We're not really real estate brokers, we're media brokers, right? I find different ways to market my properties via media. And so for me, television has been huge, and now we do a lot through the digital space, right? You can see that a lot of networks are going digital. I have a YouTube vlog now, just to try to hit a different viewer base. It's really important.
Sure, I think you, of all people, know the importance of getting exposure to listings, which is why you've gotten into TV and media. Now talk about the transition into how important it is to be social as well as on TV.
Yeah, I think that if you're a salesperson, right, which is what the book is for, is anybody who sells anything, you're really selling yourself, right? You're creating a relationship. You sometimes have to talk about the product. Sometimes you have to go into the price. Sometimes you have to go into the features. You need to have all that information, but that's what you need to do. That's the job, right? Everything else, especially through social media, especially through different forms of media, is building that relationship passively, right? This, you and I talking right now, is an active communication, building a relationship. But I can hit so many more people through social, through YouTube, through LinkedIn articles. People talk about passive income all the time. For salespeople and for a lot of people in our generation, kind of the gig generation, we have passive relationships are passive income, because those will turn into other sources of work for us down the line, and we just don't even know what they are.
If you are talking to a realtor who really wants to make it tomorrow and in the future, what advice would you give them?
I am always blown away when I meet new salespeople, especially real estate agents, who post on Instagram once a month, who aren't doing anything on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter, and they say, well, that's not really me. Well, then the job isn't really you.
Thank you for watching. Link, subscribe, you know what to do. Oh.
Like and subscribe.
Oh.
Not like and subscribe.
You can't sit there and complain about not having business, or sit there and complain about how the market's so tough, if you're not actively doing things that are under your control. And what's under your control is putting out media. There's so many different places to absorb content these days, and so many real places to hit real people, to target them directly in your neighborhood, on your block, like that age group. It's all about consistency too, right? It's a really, really important word, and it takes a long time. Like for me, it took me 3 years before I stopped thinking about quitting real estate every day. It was tough. And same thing for social media and all forms of media. Like, you have to be consistent with what you put out there all the time, and that way people know what to look for.
Now, what do you guys think as a team? What does the American dream, I guess, mean to you in your office?
It's freedom of choice to be able to own a home if you want, or rent a home if you want, or to be able to have this job or this opportunity or that opportunity without repercussion, other than your own expectations and your own stress that you put on yourself. I really do think that everybody has that thing in their stomach that is trying to get them to that next level in their life that they actually can take control of, but not everybody wants it. And that's the one thing I can't teach. Like, I can teach a lot in the book about how to find what your motivation is, how to find what's going to wake you up every day, how to find what's going to help you make a little bit of extra money every single month, but I can't teach you to want more for yourself. You have to want that on your own. So we're cheersing to the American dream?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that again.
Okay.
So it's like for real.
Okay, cheers.
All right.
To the American dream.
Am I supposed to drink more?
No.
Okay.
How did we do? I am infamously terrible at alcohol.
No, I'm a real dude, and
So where are we? What is this here?
this is the e-commerce department. So we do about 40 million out of here.
Okay, so you do.
Everything: Facebook, Instagram, webinars.
What is the product line?
So the
Coaching.
the product line's everything from 10x hat, $20, cufflinks, to $80,000 program right here. So this is educational. This is what I started with. I was basically educating sales organizations, big companies, like from banks to car dealers, car manufacturers, on how to handle a customer differently. So he's doing a video Skype conference call. Let's go back and see. Hey guys, how's it going, guys?
They can hear you.
Hey, you guys are awesome, man. I got my little glow on. How do I look?
You're looking good. Look amazing.
Dave's got a little light filter here.
For that.
Hey, really appreciate you guys. William, Jason, Elliot, Amanda, Lauren, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a customer. Anything we can do to help you guys, let us know, all right? Okay, thank you. So that's how we support our customers, through Skype calls, Zoom, video conference. What's up here? This is a stat board. Okay, this is Jeremy's made 110 calls. George Badia's got 2 minutes and 44 seconds, 2 hours and 44 minutes of talk time already.
You guys need anything? Let us know in between.
Corey Gill, I don't know where Corey Gill, where you at, Corey Gill? 2 appointments set, man? Did you set them both? Your mom and your uncle.
I'm not doing the power.
Come on, man, come on.
We're back with more of the American Dream. I've got 2 guests with me today. Natalie Stark, she's the realtor owner of Salt Lake's elite real estate group with Realty Path South Valley. She's brought with her Dena Dastrup. She's the founder to 3 separate licenses, both national and international, with Endura Wall Systems. Natalie and Dena, thanks so much for being here with us.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Super exciting. Thank you.
Of course. So Natalie, I want to start with you. Talk to me about what's going on in Salt Lake City in the real estate market as a whole.
All right, so we still have a very strong market. Inventory-wise, it's starting to come up. I looked at the MLS, and we have about just over 10,000 active listings on the multiple listing service. So we still are having a seller's market. Probably about 3 months ago, we were at 6,000. So we've increased in the last 3 months with 4,000 homes on the market active. So that's quite a bit. So that means that things are starting to shift a little bit. A healthy market is about 12,000 active homes. So we're still in a seller's market. So anything under the 300 mark is still getting multiple offers, still going within days. But anything above that, just expect your home to sit on the market for a couple of weeks. But the market is still going really strong. And people think fall, winter is not a great time to sell a home. It's still really a great time because you don't have as much competition and sellers are a little bit more motivated. But I'm excited today because Dena's here today. We have new construction going on, but the rise in cost of new construction is huge right now. And so Dena is here to tell us about green home construction. So that's what we've got.
Awesome. Yeah, Dena, I'm excited to hear more about your company, about Endura Wall Systems. And I know that Endura Wall Systems is LEED certified, but it also states to be super green. How exactly is this product super green?
Okay, well, that's a good question. So yes, we are LEED certified. So any architects or contractors or anyone that's wanting to keep that LEED certification, we fit right in that category. But the reason why we're super green is there's a couple components to it. One is we're not using any wood, which is really nice since wood's up a lot right now. The other reason why we are very, very energy efficient. The third reason why is because of the durability. We have a life expectancy of 100 to 300 year life expectancy. So we're not rebuilding those structures anytime soon. But the other one is people ask me because there's 3 components to the system. It's concrete on the outside, styrofoam on the inside, and then there's the surface bonding that bonds everything together. And so people say, well, how can you be green if you're using styrofoam? Well, the fact is that we're encased. It's airtight and it's water resistant. And so we're not having a lot of those environmental factors like flames and toxins and the ultraviolet rays that normally break things down. We stay really encased for that 100 to 300 year mark, so that keeps us very super green.
It does, and it sounds like with that comes really great insulation, which essentially would emit some energy savings. I know you're about 70%. Endura testing states that they have up to a 70% energy savings. Now explain how Endura can be so energy efficient.
Right, so most people, they value the insulation off of R value. And so if you have an R value in 1950, it's going to be changed now because there's all those environmental factors that break that down. So even though you may have an R value of 19, you might only perform at a 13. So Endura Wall Systems, what they've done is they have a separate rating. It's a thermodynamic performance rating that they gave us. And it keeps us at a 30-degree ambient temperature, which means if it's 100 degrees outside, with just a little bit of circulating air, you're now 70 degrees inside, and vice versa with the cold. So it's really awesome. Because we're so airtight and everything is compacted, there's not a good direct thermal pathway for that air to go through, and so it keeps us about 70% energy efficient.
That's awesome. Now, talk to me about give me an example of what you're building out of Endura Wall Systems.
Well, most of the time you think of building this concrete, a Walmart or a gas station or something like that. We're actually building homes. And the beautiful part about the system is that it's beautiful. Aesthetically, we can make it look like anything you want, so you would never be able to tell. It's dry stacked and surface bonded, so there's no joints. The weakest part of a wall is actually your mortar. It creates a joint, so we don't have that moisture and the airway that's going through those joints, but it makes it look awesome. It makes it look kind of like stucco when we get done. So we do a lot of houses. We've got over 115 applications. This is great for greenhouses and safe rooms. It's bulletproof, mold-proof, termite-proof, rodent-proof. We've kind of run out of proofs, okay? It's awesome. It's got the sound rating is a STC sound rating of 61, which is about 25% more than a sound recording studio.
Wow.
So obviously a theater. The other application that's really great is anything medical, because we're very sterile. So you've got your senior living centers or anything like that that need that sterile component. We're actually more out of the country than we are in the country, and that's why my team is trying to really bring it down to our home turf right here, because everybody should be building with this. My license, we're in Jamaica and Africa, but we're also in South America and Mexico and all over the place, but everybody should know about this. And so I'm super excited to not only share the environmental qualities of it, but we are less expensive and we are more durable, and it's beautiful. You would absolutely love it. Never be able to tell that it's concrete when it's done.
I love the sound of that. And Natalie, it probably makes it really easy for you to sell to your clients a house that's like that. You can just be really comfortable knowing that it's something that not everyone in America maybe knows about, but it's tested and tried throughout the world, and certainly something that our planet needs right now. So thank you, Dena, for sharing that. And Natalie, thanks for recapping the market.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course. We'll see you ladies next time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll be right back with more of The American Dream.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
What I love about you, Grant, is that there's a lot of people out there right now, and they're preaching bullshit, right? There's a lot of snake oil salesmen that live online now, and I've followed you, gotten to know you. You really live what you talk about. I mean, 10X isn't just some brand. Like, you're actually someone who invests time, energy, and capital into growth. Where does that inspiration come from? Because it's definitely real, man.
In the beginning, years of me being an entrepreneur, I didn't spend any money. I didn't have any employees. I had a half of an employee. I worked out of my office. I did everything on the cheap.
What year was this?
This is, late 90s.
Okay.
Even for the first 20 years, though, of my career, like if you go back and look at what I was doing, I was a speaker and a consultant on how to grow a business, but I didn't have a business.
Okay.
And I hated it.
Yeah.
Because every time I'm talking to a guy about growing a business, when I went back to my hotel that night, I was just selling time.
Sure.
I was the guy you were describing.
Why do you feel so much more confident today?
I got 115 employees that 30 of them probably will become millionaires.
Wow.
I'm not Facebook. I'm not Amazon. Like, I'm not doing this on the backs of Wall Street. This is now I'm orchestrating a business. This has all happened in the last 8 or 9 years.
Incredible.
Yeah. When you take the lid off of, that's why I'm so passionate about what I talk about. Because when you take the lid off of this idea that you're going to work from home, that's so popular today.
Yep.
You're going to be a consultant or an advertiser or a marketer from your bedroom, and you're going to make millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. You're still not going to be a business.
The online world creates so much opportunity, but there's also so much phoniness to it, right? And I'm in the middle of writing a book right now called American Dream 2.0, and it's talking about the digital age, connectivity, but you can't ignore work ethic and real relationships and building social capital. And I think if you can bring those worlds together, it's probably the greatest opportunity in the history of mankind.
I mean, look, you left San Diego to come to Miami to build your business out. You can't.
You got to get here.
You can't do everything on Facebook and Instagram. There's still got to be somebody putting time and energy and resources at risk. I really admire that about what you guys are doing with American Dream.
Well, and think about that term, the American Dream. A lot of people say it's dead, right? And the moment you stop dreaming, I think, is the moment that you're dead. Tell us what's next for you. So you got a big event coming up, but give us 3, 5, 10 years. Where do you think you go from here?
I have a company that I think I can take to $10 billion. My goal is to build the biggest real estate company, privately held real estate company in the country.
So you're still inspired, still hustling.
Yeah, still excited. We just, just released a book. It was the best release of any book I've ever done by 10 times.
Wow.
And so we're excited about a lot of stuff. I want to make the people that either partner with me or work with me to be, to do as well as I'm doing, if that's possible. And I think it is.
Well, you're really inspiring people, man. As I was driving over here, we're posting, doing the social media thing too, and I can't tell you how many messages I'm getting from people telling me to thank you.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah, so I hope you get that on the day-to-day, but I just want to share that with you. Yeah. Appreciate you having us out here. It's been a lot of fun.
Appreciate you, okay? We'll take it up in the air next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're back with more of The American Dream. I've got a mother and son duo, Kat and Casey Elliot. They are co-owners of Kat and Casey. Thank you so much for being here with us on The American Dream.
Thanks for having us.
Great to be here, Kara.
Okay, so today we are talking about sellers and older homes. How can a seller appeal to today's buyer even if they have an older home?
That's a very, very important question. Obviously, if you're selling your home, chances are it's not new. And so no matter when your home was built, the thing that we always tell our sellers is that your home has a voice. Your home was created in a time period that may or may not be popular right now, but chances are it's got a unique voice, and we can come in and help you mold that product into something that's going to appeal to some subset of buyers. So, as you think about, what you have as an asset, use what you have, right?
But a lot of times it's difficult for people to understand what it is they have. If they're not really kind of in the know as far as what's trending, they might have a fantastic mid-century home like the one that we're going to show today, and have features like this home has that they might feel are outdated. For instance, there's been a huge trend as of late for white cabinetry and white doors and white molding. But this home has stellar, just absolutely stunning, beautifully preserved in pristine condition, birch paneled with just this most gorgeous wood grain, built-ins throughout the home, a suspended black and white marble fireplace, things that really characterize this home as being mid-century. Had the owners gone in and thought, well, we need to update this home for what today's trends and standards are, they literally would have whitewashed over thousands and thousands of dollars in built-in equity for people looking for that specific style of home, like a mid-century modern, that are in such short supply. So having one that is in this condition, we are super excited to talk about, because these sellers, much to their credit, the owners, it was actually his grandparents' home, and when they passed away, they moved in. And they have since moved out and have been renting the home, but had kept everything in pristine condition. So it was so exciting for us to go in and stage this with that mid-century voice. Casey had mentioned, every home has a voice, and really our job, Kara, is to go in and give that home something to sing about when that buyer walks through the door.
Well, wasn't there a home just down the street from this home that was in a similar time frame, was built in the same year or two, and yet everything had been whitewashed? And a lot of buyers, they do that in an effort to modernize it.
Right.
And sometimes if it's in poor repair and things like that, that's what you have to do. But if it's at all possible to preserve the original charm, particularly in this case where mid-century is so hot right now, if you can preserve that while updating appliances and paint and things around kind of that core character, that's absolutely what you want to do.
And that's what they really did in this home. They updated the kitchen and the bathrooms, and so you have all that luxury and convenience of that updated technology where you need it, where the appliances, might not work as well as a 1955 range. But it really is wonderful. And so really our message today is, give us a call, have us come out, meet with you, because that's what we specialize in. We're able to look at your home. We're able to tell you, do you have built-in value with the features that are in your home, depending on the decade it was built? Is this something that's going to translate into equity for you when you go to sell it? And sometimes, like Casey said, the predominant reflex is to whitewash everything in that attempt to update. But it might be worth a small investment to restore those features that are the most attractive to the people looking for a stigmatized home, as far as that distinctiveness of what they're looking for, and you get it back in a bucket full of money at the end of the day when you go to sell it, because that value is going to be there for that buyer.
Thank you to both of you for coming on The American Dream and sharing with sellers and everyone to understand a little bit more of how to prepare for coming to the market. We appreciate you too.
Thank
Thanks
you,
so much.
Kara.
Thanks so much for watching The American Dream. We'll be right back with more.
So that's all for today's episode of The American Dream. Look, The American Dream is about overcoming adversity or dreaming big. Hope you enjoyed today's show, always combating negative media. Don't forget you can follow us on social media. See you next week.
Come back.